Want to share with all of you that I've done my what they call bikepacking in Okinawa. So this is gonna be a short live stream to share with you what I've done, and then let me test the sound first. I'm not sure I can hear anything. Ah, lovely. Okay, so everything good. I have reached to the island safe, and then no accident, no nothing happened, so anyone can see me. Okay, I try to put a little bit so I will not interrupt anyone. I completed my backpacking trip this afternoon 2 p.m. in Okinawa, and then I have cycled to Novotel, very beautiful island. Happy hour now. Let me show you the sunset view, and it's on top of the Okinawa Naha. And then I came to this hotel for after an evening cocktail to celebrate myself. Completed the trip. So I have this one and two, three, four, five Okinawa Island liqueur. All are very strong in alcohol. Actually, there's one more I have not poured yet, but I start with the sparkling wine. So the entire trip of the Round Island in Okinawa is amazing. It was like a achievement to myself. I never thought that I can complete it by myself, alone in the island. That when I passing by the northern part of Okinawa, it was like no one at all. It's like for a few hours, like I see no one. Then it's just like you keep pedal, just keep telling yourself you can do it, you can do it, and I just made it. So it's kind of like something that I can share with you that maybe in when sometimes like you got bored and then like you want to do something unique to achieve to make yourself more, how to say the word, to make yourself more excitement for your life, you can do something crazy like what I did. So the planning for this round island trip, it took me about maybe about 3 months to book this. I got a very good deal. Singapore to Okinawa return flight on EVA Taiwan Airline, only 500 plus Singapore dollar. So I just thought that why not just go to Okinawa, and then like I booked the flight first. Then I start to do all the planning. That I think that roughly 10 days I can complete the round island. Then I start to look for the bicycle rental. Bicycle rental in Okinawa is crazily expensive. Uh, if let's say I would like to rent for 9 nights, 10 days, it will cost me about $600 in to rent a bike in Okinawa. It's about the same price that I can buy a new bike. So I just tell myself, okay, why not I just buy a new bike, affordable bike, then I just like bring to Okinawa, then I cycling around, so that is something I will still can bring back to Singapore. Then I can continue to my what they call use for other road trip. So the difference that I bought my own bicycle is a small foldable bike. If I rent in a bike in Okinawa, it will be a bigger bike. It's more comfortable for me to ride around and could be faster. But I don't want to make it fast, so I just want to appreciate a little bit more about the view in Okinawa. So it's basically a circle around outline of Okinawa. I have not really explored in the middle part, but I was told like 10% of the Okinawa island are like the U.S. Marine base, their Navy base. So it's like nothing much in the middle, but there are still small town, small city that you can visit for some unique food. Because that basically small town in Okinawa Island, they do have something different. Like even their soba, the soba tastes like noodle, like ramen to me, but they call it soba. So I think they use a soba ingredient to make it into slightly wider and thinner, flatter noodle. It is quite tasty. I kind of like it. Not love it. I like it. I'm okay to eat that. So that's one thing I found that in Okinawa the food is quite similar to Chinese food. So I have no problem on food in Okinawa. So there are a few nights in Okinawa is completely dark. Hi Gary, hello. I have done my round island trip. Very tired, but I'm getting myself drunk with all the alcohol over here, and overlook a very beautiful sunset view. Then I decided to give everyone an update about my trip in Okinawa that I am safe because I was riding a bike alone in the island. Some part is quite scary, honestly, especially when I stay overnight in the forest. Once I switch off the light in my room, I cannot see my hand. I can't see anything at all. It was. I'm not sure other any one of you like you're okay with that, like completely dark. But for me, I grew up in a modern town. Uh, I never experienced like a place that completely dark. Even though I go camping in Singapore, there are still some light around in Singapore campsites. Uh, yes, there are one campsite recently that I went with Sean. It's still dark, but at least I am with Sean. But this time I'm alone. So there are a snake, a viper called habu. It's a venomous snake that can kill you by one bite. Then I was quite worried that in case that the snake came into my room, then I got bitten and I died. But Anna, I think I bumped to one of the snake. I'm not sure whether it's a viper or what, but it's quite long. So if you watch the video I post soon, you're able to know that you're able to see that how long and how thick the snake is. It's like this, consider very thick, very long. Uh, just want to share with you that doing something crazy is actually not a bad idea. You get to know that your limit. You get to know that when you need to stop. You get to know that when you can push on or do something to make you push yourself harder. It's like when I was in the hillside to cycling on uphill, I was like, damn, why am I like doing this stupid thing? But and I like go through all the uphill and downhill, all this thing. I found out that actually, that if I keep telling myself I can do it, and I can see, of course, that I'm not blindly to do things that I cannot do. So I just tell myself, okay, that's a way. Then maybe I go uphill, then I will be able to get a few downhill for an easy ride. So and now it's like, not too bad. Uh, when I reached to the airport just now around 2 p.m., my tear was like dropped a little bit. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that I really made it. I really think that something is a good thing to share with all of you. Is like to look for, do something crazy when when you have time, when you're young, when you're healthy, and when you have the money, then you should do that. So for those anyone that you are watching the video, you actually can comment to ask me anything about Okinawa. So I will not like keep talk and talk non-stop. Just like look for the live chat on the top right. You can just comment. So Gary, he said that funny you you mentioned snake. I went jogging today in the creek. I heard two girls scream and deadly brown snake came out from the. Okay, so Gary, the snake I saw on during the ride is literally thick, very thick and long, but it's already dead. But it's just like quite scary because it looks like the habu, the viper in Okinawa. So I like quite creepy. Then and now like I was like riding very slow. I'm not afraid of snake, but if I know the snake is not venomous, then I'll be fine with that. But if I can't tell whether the snake is venomous or not venomous, I will be panicked. So I always like ride very slow on the pedestrian. When you're riding slow on the pedestrian, you're actually near to the bush, so you might not know that the snake is actually near to you. So I was like slow down a little bit, and I bumped to a few guy. One of the guy he actually is like cycling around Okinawa in 6 day. I think he's quite amazing. He cycled with a very small backpack. I think his backpack is less than 5 kg. Really, really small backpack. He was in a short sleeve, short pant, and there's no pedal on his seat. I try his bike and like when I sit on his bike, I said, "Whoa, the ass gonna be hurt." So hang on, how was the process getting into Japan? Um, so Gary have one question is about how to get into Japan. A little bit annoying that you have to fill in the question. You can do it, scan the QR code, fill out the form, and show the vaccinated certificate, then to come in. Then we can go through very very fast. I recall that when I was in the mid-flight, then I was too slow to do it, so I have to go to a special counter to fill in the form and print out the thing. If you have a QR code, you have the internet, you can do it once you alight from the plane. The people were showing the QR code to like ask you to scan the QR code and fill in the form. Then you can just go in. So I wasted like 10 minutes on fill the form and then print out the QR code. Oh, I'm trying the Okinawa wine. It's called Kabuchi. It's a yuzu and calamansi drink. It's very nice. So, in case that any one of you just came in, I am celebrating completing the Round Island trip with a lot of the alcohol over here. Oh, hang on. Let me show you that what actually I am having. So in this hotel, they have a happy hour with all the food right over here that you can have. Then these are the red wine, white wine, sparkling wine. Then the very very strong alcohol from Okinawa. So I was trying this one called Kabuchi. It's quite refreshing. I quite like it. I'm going to try this one. Umeshu is a plum wine. And then this is a calamansi wine. And this is a red tea wine. This is a brown sugar wine. And this is a killer wine, which is they use the what they call shochu way to make the drink, but they because if you drink sake, sake is actually fermented, but shochu is distilled with the sweet potato, and they use this uh, rice to distill this rice, and it end up like maybe 40% of alcohol is crazily uh, high content in alcohol. Okay, back to this side now. I'm very lucky to have a very high internet speed so I can chat with y'all a little bit and then y'all can watch me drink. Okay, there's someone is here. SDCTX17. Very good achieved. Yes, I love to traveling too. It's good to travel when we are young. I agree with you. I was hoping to travel KL, Malaysia for 10 days in May. I love your new hairstyle. Thank you. Okay, this hairstyle is for me to attend the Sydney World Pride. I quite like it. I think it make me looks more brighten. So yes, Gary, the bloody QR code. The QR code is actually for you to print out to say that you already declare that you are healthy to enter to Japan. Then you just keep the QR code and they never check because that it's the same thing that when I visit Tokyo in December, they never check the QR code at all. So SDCTX17, I'm not sure how old are you, but to KL, visit KL for 10 days is gonna be very boring. KL is like a city. Um, yeah, let me charge my mic. KL is like a city that a city law. It's nothing much special. If you would like to travel 10 days in Malaysia, maybe you should go Sarawak or Sabah. There are really places that unique place that you can visit. There's not much people talk about. Then, or maybe you should visit my hometown, Penang. 10 days definitely enough for you to get to know Penang very, very well. So I think after I finish all this drink, I might collapse. It's still very early in Japan, Okinawa. It's only 6 p.m. now. and I still have 2 hours more to drink, but a little bit tipsy. I already had about 6 glasses of sparkling wine. So I'll control a little bit. Then later I need to explore the city a little bit. After the cycling trip, actually I have 2 days in Naha, so I was planning to like explore a little bit the area. I might go to the gay bar. Yes, they do have gay bar in Naha in Okinawa. Four of them, and two of the gay bar is quite well known. Like, but today is Monday. Today is Monday, right? What day is today? Can anyone tell me? Today is Tuesday. I got my new watch. Today is Tuesday, so it's like might not be busy. Okay, so Gary had one question. So the local have been friendly. They are very real. They are. I only how to say? I only like talk. I have a great conversation in the forest with the local in a small village. The village is only have like 100 people. The population is just 100. It's like literally very little. They are so real. So stay overnight in the place that completely dark. I was like walking around in the morning to check out the chicken. Then the hotel looks like a Flintstone rock house. It's a rock house, like you know they watch the Flintstone. No, the H man, I H man, right? Anyway, they just invite me to have a coffee. Then I just asked the owner, can I have the forest walk? I only pay like $25 for the forest walk. And the entire renovation team joined me for the walk. They actually invited me to have a coffee before they start to renovate the new house. And they just joined me for half of the day. It was so fun. I have a very good time. The entire highlight of my trip in Okinawa is the one in the forest. I had a lots of cuts all over me because I was wearing I'm wearing a very little cloth, a singlet, very little cloth, and a short, and I got cut all over my leg, my shoulder when I go through the forest. But it's totally worth it. So we cross by, and then we see a beautiful sea, which the path is like almost like no one walked before. Then we were crossing to a forest to a stream. The water is like freezing cold. It's like every time I step into the water, it's like I just say FML. Why I choose for this a walking trip? Freezing cold. The cold is like would drill into your bone, like that kind of cold. Then I spent about 3 hours there. So I made a mistake. From the forest area to my next stay is supposed to be 66 kilometer. But on my Google Map, when the time I checked, it showed me it's like 35 kilometers. So I told them, yes, I have plenty of time. I can do this. Just let's go. I pay you. Let's go for the forest walk. Then, then I told the lady, oh yeah, I'm going to this area for my next stay. Then she just saw me, Jim son, the next place you're going is far away. Can you check one more time? And now I found out that oh my god, it's 66 kilometer away. Like I pedal very fast and hard. So I had good conversation with them. They can't speak English at all. So I was like using my Google Translate to start no Google Translate no. Then it was a very fun experience. Like we cannot understand each other language, but we can use a Google phone to translate and have a good conversation. And I also met what they call. I stay in one of the community center. The community center has hot a inn, like you can stay overnight, a bed and breakfast. It was damn amazing. Only $70. You get free dinner, you get free laundry, you get free breakfast, and it was like in a small village has about population of 200 people. Uh, just like 5 minutes walk, you can go to a beach, very private beach that no one there. I was there alone. I wish I can take some naked photo there. Ooh. Oh, sorry. The next drink I drank was the plum wine. Not that sweet, I like it. Then at the night, they started to have a dinner, and there are two other Japanese, not from not from Okinawa, but from some of the state I cannot remember. And we just have a conversation again with the Google Translate. Like I asked them, how much money do you need to marry a girl? How is the study, all these things? So, surprisingly, that for a person that go to a university in Japan, although that you got a scholarship, that you still have to pay back a lot. So that to them it's very very tough. Then in the breakfast, then we talk a lot. So after that, I had to tell them that I need to stop, I need to go. If we keep talk like that, and then I would never able to go to my next stop. Then they just like fold a very nice grasshopper and a fish in the leaf for me to bring it as a good luck thing. So I think they are very very sweet. Although that they cannot understand your language, but they try very hard to use Google Translate to have a good conversation with you. So that was first and two of the great conversation I had with the local, the Japanese. Then the rest, I think most of them they are quite stressed when they speak in English. Uh, I went to entire stay. It was about seven. It will be nine hotel, night stay. Most of them they were so nervous to speak in English with me. They completely forgot a lot of things. But I'm still fine because I know that they are trying their best to communicate with me. So, but luckily for me, I can read a little bit of Japanese in kanji, which is a Chinese writing. So some of the things I still able to understand. Okay, so Gary have one question. Such a contrast. 1 week break in Sydney with all the buff body. Next week cycling around forest in Japan. Amazing fourth night gym. So for your information that you're watching the live, Sean and myself, we are going to Taiwan for 33 days. So Sean is finally graduating, and then we are going to celebrate for his graduation for just a trip in Taiwan. We have no plan at all, so we just book a flight ticket and then we will just go to the city, then the country, then we will find out what we can do in Taiwan. Mm, it's a big contrast, yes. Um, but every country, every places I visit is always a big contrast. I like to be extra. I like to be extreme. Hang on, let me charge my device. And that is a fun part of traveling. And best part in cycling in March in Okinawa is around 14 degree to 22 degree. So for our friend Gary, he might think it's too cold because when you like cycling, you pedal very fast, the wind blow, it's gonna be very cold. So I got a crack on my lip here. It's like, so that's why I cannot talk. I cannot open my mouth very big. Every time I talk, then I'll get cracked. One more thing that in Okinawa, I think because it's still in spring, excuse me, I don't see any buff muscle man yet. But I went to quite a few hot spring and a bath house, which means that in Japan, if you go to the hot spring or the bath house, you have to go naked with everyone, and you have to shower there, you have to soak in the water. Then I just like observing the naked men. Is like, they are still in winter body. Mm. Oh yeah, so one more tips that I like about Japan is that most of the places they have a very nice bathhouse. Some of the bathhouse they also have the what they call herbal soap. So you soak inside the hot water, it actually help you to release the soreness of your muscle. So for the entire trip, I only have one muscle ache, which is on the 2 days before. It was a very short ride. So I planned on the first day I ride 40 plus kilometer. Second day, I wrote about. Oh, I off my no, sorry. The phone is on the live stream, so I cannot show. So, but I try to recall. Second day is about like 60 plus kilometer. Third day is 70 plus kilometer, and then fourth day I think it's about 60 plus kilometer. Then the rest is follow like maybe like 40 kilometer or 50 kilometer or 60. Then every time I go uphill, I stretch my leg, I stretch my muscles so I don't feel any soreness. But there was a day, it was like only 40 kilometer, right? Then I did not stretch my leg at all. I think that maybe I just soak into the hot spring, then I'll be recover. And the next morning I woke up, I was like, oh my god, kill me please. The muscle is really, really aching, especially my leg. So when I pedal, I use on my tight strength to pedal on the bike. Some, I think someone, or maybe it's Gary, you're the one to mention that I will have a very good butt like after this trip. I never really use the strength on my butt except when I go uphill. When I really need the strength, then I will like use the strength on my butt to pedal. And there was a few nights I can see my butt is like, ooh, it's perky. But the rest of the day is just like my thigh is getting bigger and bigger. I can feel that the thigh is so big, and then when I try to wear my pants, it was so tight. Okay, so this is the tea wine. I'm going to try the tea wine now. Mm, wow, it is very nice. So, drinks in Okinawa is like basically quite strong. There's one more drink called Amowari. Is the one that I showed earlier that's distilled by the rice, very very strong. So if you going to have need like this, some of you can't take alcohol, you might get drunk very fast. Okay, so this is a little bit update from me. I'm glad that I back to Naha, Okinawa safe, and soon will be have like more than 10 videos about the cycling. Then we'll have lots of video me and Sean together in Taiwan. We might fly to some country in between. So soon you will see me like me and Sean together all the time. There's a lot of people keep asking me like where is Sean, where is Sean. So yeah, Sean is going to graduate soon. Then he's going to be more on the video in a bit. After all riding, how much weight did you burn off? So one question from Gary is that how much weight I burn off. I can tell you that I starved myself because when I was cycling, there are some, it's a long distance, some of the place they might not have food. I starved myself for breakfast, I starved myself for lunch, I starved myself for dinner. So I think I put on weight. I need to update when I reach back to Singapore with my own skill. But I think I put weight, but I still can see like my app is coming up. But I really eat a lot and I drink a lot. Alcohol in Japan is very very cheap, so I like keep drinking, at least like maybe 1 liter of alcohol every night. So yeah, with that, I think I'm going to say goodbye to you all now. I'm going to drink a little bit more, then I'm going to the gay bar. Bye bye. We'll update more with y'all later.